Hi traders, welcome back to J Trading. It's me again. As you all remember, last week I've made a promise that I'm going to make a brand new video about gold digger strategy, how to use gold digger to trade boom and crash in the trend direction. That means how to sell boom and how to buy crash. So this video will be all about gold digger. But before we get started, I have a good and interesting news for all of you guys who have heard about Forsage and who haven't heard about Forsage. So Forsage is a network marketing based on Ethereum where you can earn Ethereum daily by inviting people or creating a team. So me and my homies, we have been creating a team to help you guys because we know that it's very tough and hard to invite people. So what we are doing in this team is that whenever new members come, we give 2 members for each of our family. The purpose or the goal of this team is that at the end of this year, we're planning to open all the 12 slots. Let me show you on Forsage. Here on the official page of Forsage, I will enter one ID as example. Let me show you this ID with 100877. Here we have 12 slots. This guy has invited only 3 people and he has earned more than $150,000 in just days. Guys, he has only invited 3 people. This is the work, this is the goal of the team. So we're creating team like this. We give you 2 members and we help you earn these all 12 slots. The price of these all 12 slots is around 613 Ethereum. That's about $174,000 in the current price of Ethereum. As you all know, Ethereum price is pumping up. Today it's around 303. So you have to register now. You have to join our team. We will help you guys. We have no other goal, we have no other intention. We're helping each other, we're creating team. The link is in the description. Join now. Alright guys, now let me show you how to set and use gold digger strategy to trade boom and crash in a trend direction. So the setting is very easy. We only need 2 indicators. There is the third one, but I have removed it lately because we don't really need it on this one. So let me clean my chart. We have boom 1000. The strategy, it works on 4 of them: boom 500, boom 1000, crash 500 and crash 1000. It works on 4 of them, but I prefer trading gold digger on boom 1000 because on those 500 instruments there are a lot of spikes. Many spikes happen. So since we are trading against the spike on this one, we have to be very careful for our account. Guys, you don't have to risk your account because these spikes, they are very dangerous. We need to be very careful. We're going to scalp only limited amount of candlesticks, like 10 to 20 candlesticks only. So let me show you how to set. Click your screen, go to F or indicators list. First we are going to add RSI or relative strength index. So in relative strength index, set your settings. Period should be 13. I prefer 13. Apply to close, and style whatever you want. Mine will be 2 pixels, and since my background is white, I'll use black. And levels should be empty. There should be no 70 and 30. Remember, there should be no levels. So set them, then click done. Now our graph looks like this, our chart looks like this. We have RSI done. Then again go to indicators list, click F, then add indicator on indicators window, not main chart. On this one, on indicators window, I'm going to add force indicator. This is the heart of the strategy, force indicator. So set the period to 13. Method should be simple. Volumes, remember, tick. Volumes should be tick. And upper band, I'm going to choose 3 pixels in color blue. Then The basic part of force index, it's in levels. Go to levels here, click the levels. Then I have first I have set all of them, so I'm going to delete all of them to show you guys how to set. Go to levels here, click here. I think it's visible here, add this sign, plus sign. So click that, it adds one level for us, 0 and description here. So we're going to click 20 times, click plus 20 times. That means we need 20 levels, so I'm going to add them now. So we have 20 levels now. So let's edit all of them. On the force there are 2 levels, above 0 and above 0 and below 0 part. Above 0 it's positive force, that's a bullish force on a boom. If the force is bullish, it's positive on boom, and if the force is bearish, it's negative. So we are going to set our force levels starting from 0 to 75. 0 to 75. So I'll use 25, starting from 25, 35, 45, like that till 75. So like this, we'll start to set them. First 25, second 35, 45, 55, 65, 75. Then the other side, negative direction, negative 25, negative 25, negative 35, negative 45, negative 55, negative 65, and negative 75. I think we have added a lot of description levels here, so I'm going to delete them. 3, 4, okay, done. We have set the levels 25 to 75 in the positive direction and negative 25 to negative 75 in the negative direction. Then click the style for one pixel only. It should be thin, in color as you wish. I'm going to choose dark blue. Done. Period 13, method simple, volume tick, everything set, done. So click done. Finally our chart will look like this, guys. Look this. It's very simple. It looks very complicated, but I'm going to explain it now. The blue one is force indicator. This the blue one, it's force indicator, and the black one, it's RSI, according to your color choice. So this is it. This is how to set the indicator. Now I'm going to show you how to trade, how to enter trades with this indicator on my laptop. Alright guys, before I demonstrate the strategy on boom and crash, let me show you how the basics works. If the market is horizontal or consolidating, the force will be horizontal, or there will be no positive or no negative force. The indicator we are using, it's called force index. Force index is positive when there is upward momentum, and force index is negative when there is downward momentum. Let me show you. The force indicator will look like this. It's always like this. On the positive direction, like this, then downward again, and it will be positive again. On upward direction like this, it will go up, and again horizontal, and again downward. And sometimes, like on crash, see the spikes are downward, the force will be horizontal. When there is spike, the force will be on the negative direction. You got me, guys? It's very easy. If the force is on the downward direction or negative direction, there is spike on crash. Horizontal like this, again downward, horizontal again, back to original level like this. So this part, the upper part, it's force indicator for boom 500 and boom 1000. This part, because the force here, it was horizontal and then the market pushed upward here. That means there was upward force. The force was pushed upward here. That means there was a spike on boom 500 or boom 1000. This is spike area. Then the force came down to zero level. Here around this area there is no spike. This level is stable, a stable area. There was no spike. Then again another spike happened here. Again came down. It works like this on boom 500 and boom 1000. If the force is on downward direction like this, it's for crash. Here this one, it came here horizontally and the force pushed downward. What does it mean? There was spike on crash 500 or crash 1000. This means the force indicator on crash 500 and 1000, it looks like this. It comes like this horizontally. If there is spike, it will push down, then comes back to horizontal level. If there is spike, it pushes down like this. You got me, guys? It's very easy. Whenever there is spike, there will be force. Okay, next, here I have drawn an illustration for boom 500 or boom 1000. The graph looks like this, chart looks like this. It comes down here like this, red part, bearish, then spike, green one, red, comes down and spike, the green one, and again the market goes down, the red one. So the indicator part will look like this. Let me show you. The RSI will be on this bearish momentum. The RSI will be like this. It will go down to 30 or oversold level. Again the RSI will go up when there is spike, and again the RSI will go down with the bearish. It will be like similar with the chart. It will be similar with the chart. When there is spike, again the market RSI will go up and again down. This is RSI. Then the force indicator. Let me show you the force indicator. The force indicator will be, let me choose color, yellow color. When the market was bearish here on the first red line, when the market was bearish going down, the force will be horizontal. Remember guys, it's very easy. Just catch this one. When the market is bearish or going down, the force will be horizontal like this. Then when spike happens, the force will immediately go up. The force will immediately go up. Then for some time, like 1 minute or 2 minutes, the force will continue in horizontal level like this. When the market decides to go down again, or the bearish force resists, then the force comes down back to horizontal level. Then it continues in horizontal level. When another spike happens, or when bullish force comes, the force will go up again like this. You see, it will go up like this. Then for some minutes, I will continue in horizontal level. When the market decides to go down again, the force will go down back to zero. Then it will continue in the horizontal level like this. It's very easy. The yellow line, it's force, and the white line, it's RSI. Remember guys, here we have the chart of boom. Here we have yellow, force indicator, and white, RSI. So how are we going to mix this to enter trade? It's very easy guys. Just grab this one. It works only by divergence. The gold digger strategy works only by divergence. You see if there is market divergence. Let us see if there is divergence here. Let me delete this line. We have the chart here, right? There is first spike and second spike. What are we looking for? to enter trade, to sell boom 500 or boom 1000, right? So we are going to sell whenever a spike happens. After spikes happen, we wait for confirmation. We don't just blindly enter trade, we wait for confirmation. So what is our confirmation here? There is market divergence here. Divergence means when there is angle difference between the indicator and the market or the chart. Look guys, look the line. From the first spike to the second spike, our line will be like this, right? But look at the force in the RSI. Especially look at the, for entry, look at the force, don't look at the RSI. To enter trade, we look for force. So the force indicator, they are at the same level. You see guys, let me change the color to blue. You see, this first force, it resembles for the first spike, and the second force, it resembles for the second spike, but the forces peak, they are at the same level. You see, at the same level, almost horizontal. But for the spikes, they are not on the same level. You see this line, the yellow line, it's inclined. What does it mean? This means there is market divergence. The market is not deciding to go up, so we can enter our trade just when the force goes down. When the force goes down, enter here guys, enter you trade here on this arrow. When the force goes down, enter around here. Then count the candlesticks. If you are very satisfied with 5 or 10 candlesticks, get out without loss. Take your profit, don't be greedy. But if you are not satisfied, if you want to grab more profit, then wait for the RSI to cross the force. Alright, so this is the basics. Now let me show you on the chart. Alright guys, now let me show you some of the illustrations. This chart is boom 1000. We have a blue line that's called force, and this black line, it's RSI, and these dotted lines, they are levels, the force levels. If they are upper or the positive level, that means the force is bullish on boom 1000 or boom 500, that means there is spike. And if they are negative or at the lower level, there is no force or no spike. So how are we going to trade here? We look for divergence, I've told you guys. So we have a spike here, one spike happened, we wait for another spike because we want divergence, right? So another small spike happened here, so we draw a line here. They are almost at the same level, right? They are almost at the same level. So what does it mean? Since they are at the same level, we look for the indicator. If there is divergence. So we go to the force level, or the blue line. On the blue line, we have divergence. Look at this. This first part, it resembles for the first spike, right? And the second, this small force, this right here, it resembles for the second spike. So we draw our line like this. You see, there is divergence. The first one is horizontal, the second one is not horizontal, it's inclined. That means when the force comes back, around here, we can enter our trade. Yeah, almost behind the spike, we can enter the trade. Alright guys, here we have another example. This is the graph of boom 1000. We have first spike here and another spike here. So we measure the tip points of those spikes like this, the upper points of the spikes. They are almost at the same level. We have horizontal line like this. So we go to the force indicator and we look for the market divergence. This first peak, this is for the first spike, and the second one is for the second spike. So when we measure angle deviation between them, the first spike, it's lower. The first force which resembles for the first spike is lower than the second one, so the line will be inclined, not horizontal. On the chart it's horizontal, on the force it's not horizontal, it's inclined. There is angle deviation. What does it mean? That means there is marked divergence. So another criteria, remember guys, the force should be above this water level. If the forces are below, like this, do not take trade, because those forces, they are very small. Another big force might come, so the forces should be big like this. These water levels, they are important for this purpose. These are positive levels, and this down here, they are negative levels. So if the force is above these dotted lines on the positive level, that means from 25 to 75, yeah, we can trade, we can take the trade. So we enter our trade when the force returns back here, and we take out profit when RSI and force indicator crosses around here. But most of the time I close my trade, I take my profit around here to be sure, because sometimes spike happens immediately when RSI reaches to this level, to the lower level. Here we have another example from Crash 1000. We have first spike this one, and the second spike this one. There are a lot of spikes here, but since we are looking for divergence, we got our criteria for these two spikes, the first one here and the second one here. So we take the points, the tip points of the spike, and we measure the angle difference between them like this, right? So what does this mean? The angle between them, it's like 45 degree maybe. Yeah, 45 degree from the negative. There is angle difference, they are not at the same level. So next we go to the force indicator. For the first spike, the force is here, this one, because we take the force that is straight like aligned to the spike. So this force resembles for the first spike, and the second force, this one, the blue, this one resembles for the second spike. Remember, this is crash. I told you on crash the force indicators will be pointing downward. They will be on the lower or the negative side, from negative 25 to negative 75. That's why I put force indicator from negative to positive level. I told you that, guys. So this is the first force and the second force. So we measure angle difference between the first and the second force indicators. So we have angle deviation between them. So on the spikes, the angle deviation is downward, but on the force it's upward. It's almost opposite level. So we take our trade, or we buy Crash 1000 when the force returns back around here. So we take our trade around here, and we exit the trade when the RSI crosses the blue line or the force indicator around here. Alright guys, this is all about gold digger strategy. I took your time, I'm sorry this video is very long. Next time I'll try to make short videos, but I hope you got enough information. I hope you got enough knowledge how to trade crash and boom in the trend direction. Remember, don't risk your account. Take a good money management and make money.